Well now, Scipion can say what he wants about this city, but you don't have strapping, smoldering-eyed strangers walking to your suites in Chain and all. Alas, were I only in the mood for some distraction? Damnable Fangfurls. With the Empire gone, the Fangfurls gang controls all trade in Blackwood. They're run by Pungent Adder. Every fifth coin in the region ends up in his coffers. This makes business difficult for my brother and I. Perhaps we could enlist your help? If we had one of their business ledgers, I'd have an understanding of the Fangfurls' operations. Perhaps even find a weakness ripe for exploiting. If you could procure one of those ledgers for us, my brother and I would pay you handsomely. If you get us a ledger, I'm certain we can put it to good use. Rumor has it the Fangfurls have a bookkeeper, Lyra Droth, who lives in town. I'd wager you could find a ledger in his home. It's just around the corner, across from the bridge. I know his name is Lyra Droth, but the Fangfurls make him lead a quiet life to conceal his identity, I imagine. But all the muscle on their payroll visits him for late-night liaisons. Very clandestine, the whole thing. But not to my keen eyes. You can learn a great deal from a business ledger. Where money comes from, where it goes, and then all you need to do is apply a little pressure at a weak point. I don't know exactly what we'll find, but I do know whatever it is, I can exploit it. The Happy Averno Shipping Company was gifted to my brother and I by our dear departed uncle. Formerly, it was one of Blackwood's main trade enterprises. We thought with a little elbow grease, it might prove a profitable venture. We discovered our uncle's affairs were more precariously poised than described, for one. Many of his charters and contracts were voided by the Three Banners War. The Fangfurls did the rest. They came for everything they could steal.
You look like you had a rough expedition, friend. But we in the Undaunted don't sign up to sit on cushions and drink mead, do we?
Murder is a sin, no matter how necessary or justified you think it may be. Do not forget that.
skulking about. Fang furls, I'm sure.
They wouldn't dare approach us directly. We're safe enough, Julius. The Fangfurls continue to sniff around our skirts. If we don't move quickly, there won't be a happy Averno shipping company left to save. Did you find the ledger my brother asked about? I'd like a look. Julius has no head for sums. Let's see. It seems the Fangfurls have their thumbs in some very dirty pies. I'm not one to talk, given where my hands have been. I have an idea. If we can draw out Pungent Adder himself, we can topple him and his gang. By gifting Pungent Adder some umbrage. Looking at this ledger, I see two morsels dangling before us. Firstly, according to this, the Fangfurls use dead drops to issue and receive orders. If we steal those drops, we disrupt their operation. We sent Pungent Adder a more personal message. It seems he has a barrel of Oleander Coast Reserve waiting at the docks. Let's say we season it with something foul. Make it as pungent as the Adder himself? While you sabotage the dead drops and taint his wine, Julius and I will write a signed letter to make his blood boil. Then it's just a matter of combing the stinking depths of Leowin until we find someone that can put the letter in his hands. Hang on to them, I suppose. They might be useful to peruse after all is said and done. Find out who's worth trusting and who's happily squirming in bed with Adder. The cask is at the docks, so I'm sure there will be something on hand. Pitch, bilge water, fish, anything will do. Just try not to get caught doing anything unseemly in public, hmm? No sense mixing business with pleasure.
I'm sorry my brother gave you the less glamorous tasks of this operation while we sit here writing titillating prose. But I promise, we will be especially scathing. My brother and I will give Pungent Adder a tongue-lashing he won't soon forget.
He stands on a mountain of traitors' corpses, defender victorious against lost causes, and the people were lovely.
Let's ride. trail.
What?
Victory is cruel. Defeat is worse.
Before the might of Mehrunes Dagon.
Those were fang furls, weren't they?
Yes! They grabbed the two brothers and dragged them out of here.
A sultry dancer with eyes so fine. A circlet of rubies crowns her head. Tangled blankets as you fall in bed. Hot grease to
I was nervous, thinking of trying to take the chasm. It was tough, but we did it.
See, I told you they'd come, Scipion.
Not now, Julius. Our friend could be ambushed at any moment.
Fine! I'll deal with you myself!
Now, would you mind freeing us from these bindings?
Thank the divines. Those fang furls have unpleasant knotwork.
Let's not linger here. Shall we meet back at our office?
again?
Mara's bosom, he's a dull one. The ground shakes, the sky quakes, the forests are ablaze. Darkness falls and chaos spreads. Betrayal fills the day.
We made it back safely and burned our sodden silks. I still feel filthy. We're both going to need a long, hot bath after all this. But what's more important is that we stood up to the Fangfurls and won. Absolutely. Now that you've stripped the Fangfurls of their leader, the Empire will dismantle itself, which opens up a great deal of business opportunities, none of which would be possible without you. Take this with our deepest thanks. The whole affair has left poor Scipion so dreadfully tense. He collapsed from exhaustion as soon as we got back. He has such a fragile disposition. Don't worry about him. I won't let him out of my sight. Now that this matter is settled, Scipion and I can begin restoring the Happy Averno Trading Company. My first priority is to find us somewhere else to live. I don't mind close quarters, but the two of us are accustomed to a certain lifestyle. A few. But we don't want to merely restore it to its original profitable status. My brother and I always strive for more. We rely on our ingenuity for success. Our dear uncle was rather kind-hearted when it came to debts. We'll change that.
Lord of destruction.